South Floridians bracing for torrential rainfall right now. Our area under a tropical storm warning with flood watches in effect as potential tropical storm Alex moves through our region, or begins to approach it anyway. If the system forms, it will be the Atlantic's first named storm of this season. We are, of course, your trusted resource as we all prepare for this storm together. WPTV First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Weigel and First Alert Meteorologist Steve Villanueva. They're tracking this system very closely, have been for days. Gentlemen, welcome. Let's get to Steve Weigel first with where this storm is heading right now.
All right, Shannon, let's break down the very latest. It's still a potential tropical cyclone. It's moving off the western tip of Cuba now, at least what is trying to become the center of circulation. If we get a closed low here, we'll more than likely get a depression or a storm form. Plane flew through it earlier today, couldn't find that closed low, and it stays as a potential tropical cyclone. Here are the very latest coordinates, moving northeast at 5 miles an hour, so it's a slow mover. It'll track through the southern Gulf of Mexico through tonight, overnight, into Saturday morning, and make a landfall mid-morning roughly around Fort Myers, Naples area, or in that general vicinity. Keep in mind, though, it's so disorganized that it really doesn't matter where there is an exact landfall spot, simply because the rain shield stretches all the way up through Orlando and all the way back down through the Keys. It then races up the East Coast after that. We are looking at that flood watch continuing right into Sunday morning. Here's a look at the latest radar. So what's happening here is there's somewhat of a closed circulation trying to develop off the western tip of Cuba, and it's just pumping all this tropical air across Florida and across Cuba. And a line of storms, just waves of storms, are starting to develop just to the south. They're moving into Key West right now, and they'll, if they hold together, be into our area later this evening. There's a look at it right now. So they're all moving north at about 30 to 40 miles an hour. So the flood watch is for the entire viewing area, where we could see some local amounts of upwards of 8 inches of rainfall. Things dramatically improve on Saturday late morning and early afternoon as that dry air sweeps in, and we get a nice Sunday on the way and a chance to dry out. The concern here is that we're going to get training storms, training rain cells that dump a quick 3, 4, maybe even 5 inches of rain. That will cause a serious flooding issue, and that's our main threat with this. It's not winds, strong winds. Even though we have the tropical storm warning in effect, it is the torrential rains that we're expecting, which will peak likely between midnight and 9 tomorrow morning. Some of the computer models are bringing in 4, 5, 6 inches of rain, but locally higher amounts are possible with this system, and that's the concern at this point. So it's just persistent rain for the next few hours. I think it'll intensify as we get into this evening and definitely overnight.